Hello, and welcome to the 60th episode of the But I'm Knitting podcast. My name is Ramona. I'm a knitter from Toronto, and welcome to my corner of the crafting world. Um, this week, I bring you works in progress, no finished objects, and a new cast on. Um, so let's see. Let's actually get started. So the first project that I kind of worked on, I did a few rows, not too much, is on bulletproof Aran hat. So I actually finally found the label for it. So this is the yarn that I'm using for it. It's Sugar Bush Bold in the color something. I think it's Dove, but I could be wrong. Not that big of a deal. Oh, Dover Sand, that's it. Dover Sand. So there's a yarn I have for it. I finally figured out where I put the label. Let's take out my hat carefully. So last time you had seen it, I only made it to about there, and then since then I've maybe added about, I don't know, I'm not even consider that 10 rows yet. I don't think so. So that's where I am now. I started working on it. I did all of that, and then I pretty much just put it down. But it's coming along very nicely. Technically, I could finish this very soon, but I make no guarantees as to what I'm going to do over the next few days. So that's that. Okay. Oh, the pattern, the bulletproof Aran hat is by Chuck Wright. So I'm going through it okay. It is a paid for pattern. Just letting you know. My next projects are my two socks. The yarn for both. I'll start with just one. This is Écharpe de Serpent. The color for it is Écharpe de Serpent. No, Écharpe de Sorcière Serpent. So it's the Slytherin colorway for the this happens to me every week. I forget the name of the yarn. Biscotti yarns. So the first sock you already saw. Done, complete with heels and everything. Well, ends need to be woven in, but that's pretty much the state of all of my socks. And then for this one, I only added in a little bit. I only picked it up on Friday. This is the last time. So this is as far as I made it. I made it from here. Still working my way down to the heel for that one. But, it's okay. It's progress. Not much, but still progress. Let me very carefully take the next project, because I put them both in the same bag. The one I showed last week. Now, this one, you've already seen the first sock. This is from Biscotti Yarns. It says apple heart. Apple heart. So first sock was done. I showed that to you last week, and I cast on the second sock. I spent more time working on this sock, but then I made mistakes. So let me show you what I've done. So I just put the stitch marker at the beginning, because that's where I started it from. And then I made it down. I started the heel. I worked more than halfway through the heel, and then I put my project down, and then I tried to pick it up. I realized this yesterday. I dropped so many stitches because the needle slipped out. So my new lesson is, when I am doing socks, if I start the heel, finish the heel. Don't put it down, because there's a chance things could slip out. So my plan that I've decided is I'm going to pull out back the heel, pick up the stitches for my last stripe, and start it again, because I don't even know what I dropped. I couldn't even tell you, and I hate it like that it's like this, because nothing is going to be right. So I'll be pulling that out and starting it again, and then that will be my progress for hopefully for the next week. So putting this carefully away. The yarn that I'm using for the heel flap is a Woolmees twin in the colorway 13AL or AL13. It's leftovers. I got this years ago. The one that I have for my other socks is that I'm using for these ones. It's another gray color. This one's by Cascade Sock Heritage in the color Dove Gray or something like that. So that's this one. So that is it. So that takes care of all of my current works in progress that I worked on in the past week and a bit. I didn't pick up my blankie, but I did cast on a new project, and the only reason I cast on a new project is because I went to the knitting loft. I was all excited because I finished work early on Sunday, and I said, okay, I'm going to go to the knitting loft afterwards and, sit down and knit. only to find out they started a knit along that I was not aware of. And it's a sweater along. So basically you start a sweater, you got until, yeah, cast on a sweater beginning of February, you have until the end of March to do it. So I sat down there debating, what am I going to use? What am I going to use? And then I think I decided that I was going to do a, what's it called? Flax sweater. I was going to do the lightweight flax sweater because I actually have the yarn for that. But then I'm like, I don't have a sweaters quantity. So I said, I need to be able to, use a bunch of yarns to do it. And then while I was doing that, I ended up buying this, hold on, let me pull it out. So I ended up buying the pattern for the So Faded by Andrea Mowry. I'm pretty certain just about everybody and their mother has seen it. I'll put in a color picture of it. Because I just have the black and white. It's not necessarily the greatest for this. So I picked up my colors, which hopefully I'm going to be showing now. And, yeah, I got started last week, Sunday. Last week, Sunday, after I got home. I started on it. And then this has been my primary project for a good chunk of the week. Hold on. So, hold on. Where is this? Let me just figure out. Okay, there we go. So, this is the progress that I've made so far. It doesn't really look like much. I haven't separated for the sleeves yet, but I'm getting very, very close. I have like one more. Oh, no, that's inside out. Let's try this again. I'm not even certain why it's like that. Okay, this is not necessarily the best view. So here it is so far. This is like all wrinkly and bunched up on the needles. I don't have longer needles that I can find for this right now. So the yarn that I'm using, majority of it is yarn that I've dyed myself. So there's this one. And there's a skein of this one in my shop. This one, I call it on a dime. Although I've heard people describe it as a dove, like a dove gray. They're like, to me, this looks like a brand new dime. Brand new minted dime. That's what that makes me think of. So I called it on a dime. That's actually, I have one skein of that in the shop. And then afterwards, my second color is this one. I'm trying to remember if there are hints of brown in this one. I don't remember. So this is going to be my color number 2. I'm not ready to put that in yet. Then this is going to be my color number 3. I think I showed this when I first got it. So this yarn is from Ravenswood Fiber Co. from Nova Scotia, the dyer. So this this skein is called I Needed More Yarn. So if you could see that, yeah. So I love the colors that are in there, and I think the grades that I had that are leading up to this work perfectly. I needed a 4th and 5th color based on my size that I need. And let's see. Do I have it out? I don't know where I put my 4th color. Okay, it's a soft peachy pink. You have probably saw already in the picture. That was going to be my 4th color. And then this is what I picked for my 5th color. I love this purple. I still don't even remember how I made it. I just knew I used a red dye, I used a blue dye, and somehow or another it came out into this, which is like gorgeous. But the thing is, the other colors can transition nicely. I think the peachy pink to this is going to be really, really harsh. So I may just try to do the entire thing within 4 and possibly shorten the sleeves instead. So I think it's possible. I don't think it's impossible. I think it's possible with that amount of yarn, hopefully. If not, well, then I guess there'll be a little bit of purple at the bottom. I haven't decided. So that is, yeah. So that is all of my current works in progress, my new cast on. And hopefully by the time you see this sweater next time, I will have split off for the sleeves and possibly transition into my second color. The needles that I'm using for this one, I think this is a 5 US, I think. Yeah, because it says a 3 and a 5. I did not swatch. I'm going, because number one, I hate swatching, which is never a good thing, but I'm hoping for the best. I'm using these these are clovers, circular needles that I'm using for these ones. And yeah, I pretty much pulled out every stitch marker I could find at the time when I cast this on. I have a couple of them that I borrowed from other people. At one point, there was a safety pin on there. Oh no, it's still there. My safety pin stitch marker, because that is what I could find. So yeah, there it is. Those are all my works in progress. And yeah, so what else has been happening today? Not today, for the past couple weeks. Not much, I guess. I got spit up on by my friend's son today. But I actually got to hold him, so I was happy about that in that sense. So, and considering he's young, it's not, it's, what is it, formula? I'm fine. The washing machine can take care of that. Oh, and I've been very surprised with the amount of people who watched the video last week, the amount of people who started following me on Instagram, a lot of the comments, and yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad to know that there are people watching. I'm glad to know that there are people who are willing to interact. Um, yeah, I'm very happy. Thank you very much for taking the time to actually, do more than just watch. Um, I think it's engaging and it's encouraging for people who want to share what they love with the world. So I thank you very much for everybody who's done that, for all of the new subscribers that I've gotten in the past, I guess, month or so. It's gone up quite a bit. I'm very happy about that, and thank you very much. And even thank you for those who bought yarn from me from my Etsy shop. I appreciate it, and I hope you got it safely. If you did, please, feel free to let me know. I just want to make sure that it reached, because I haven't gotten any kind of confirmation from the last person who did. But I just want to know that everything reached and everything, you like the product, how it turned out, and all of that kind of stuff. So don't forget, though, my shop is open. There is still yarn available in there. Eventually, I went through my undyed skeins. I found out I've got 6 skeins left in my, from what I have to dye something with. That's just a fingering weight. I have a bunch of non-fingering weight, like I got a couple bulky and worsted weight that I guess I could dye up. I have like 4 worsted plus the purples up there, which I don't think they turned out as what I wanted. But yeah, I guess I could put those inside there too. If there's an ask for it, please let me know either in the comment section or Instagram or something. Just let me know, or even on Etsy. But yeah, so I guess that's gonna be everything for today. I kind of thought it would have been longer, but it is what it is. No, wait, I forgot about something. There's this. I was watching a YouTube video about how this she's somebody from England, and she draws, and she was showing something about how basically how she prepares everything to ship it out to other people, for people who buy things from her. And she had this one song playing that I'm so sure that I had heard when I was a child, but I didn't really make any association with it. And ever since I heard the song, I had to find it, and I did find it, and I love the song. And it kind of makes me wish I could actually get to use it as the song for my introduction. But the thing is, there's the whole, copyright law, so I'm not gonna do it. But if you ever get the chance, I suggest. And if you like, well, this musician, she's from South Africa. But if you, hold on, okay, sorry. I was on my 80s playlist. So if you ever get the chance to hear her, or at least get to hear the song, it's just fun. I like it. I enjoy it. The name of the song is called Pata Pata. The copy that I have is featuring Angelique Kidjo. I think that's how I pronounce it. Kidjo. Kidjo. And the song is originally done by Miriam Makeba. I love the song. I think it sounds so much fun. Like, I don't know, it reminds me of, I don't know if anybody remembers Paul Simon with, there's a South African singing group that he did quite a bit of music with. And my first memory of this is watching the two of them, him, Paul Simon, and the South African singers from on Sesame Street, and he was singing the alphabet with Kermit the Frog. I don't know if anybody remembers that one, but that's the first one that popped into my head, and ever since then, I love the sound of it. But yeah, that was kind of a different tangent. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to listen to that song, Pata Pata, it's really nice. So I believe that is going to be everything. I hope to see you again next week. Well, I make no guarantees about next week. It's whenever I just do my next episode. So thank you for watching. I'm glad that you spent your knitting time with me, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.